It's my forever home. It didn't seem like in the cards for me. I wasn't too confident in myself. It couldn't seem possible for me.
Our families are looking for affordable housing. They want to be homeowners. They want the American dream to own a house.
To have a home like this and creating generational wealth for children is tremendous.
Habitat for Humanity is really allowing families, mothers, fathers, to provide a stable environment for their children in a community that welcomes them.
When Liz got the keys to the house, I was very emotional. I think I cried for her. I made sure I told her, feel this feeling. Sit in it for a while because it's an amazing feeling and what you did is awesome.
I have 3 girls. They all have their own special ways. My oldest one, she's very smart. My middle child, she's all into her sports. She loves soccer. And my youngest one, right now she's in her dancing era, so she has her own little personality that's amazing. We like to watch movies. Yeah, that's our thing, watch movies. We kind of like critique it. I have 3 sisters. My mom's a single mother. We did move around a lot. I always had to change different schools, so I didn't really get to settle in all the time. So that's one thing that I didn't want to do to my kids, because no matter what situation I was, I always wanted to keep them in the same schools. Having my own home is definitely a childhood dream of ours. I left a relationship. I left in the nighttime with my 3 girls and my dog, and with just the clothes on our back. I had no money, I had nothing. And I called my sister and she took us in and we just started over.
I am Liz's younger sister. We're about 1.5 years apart. One thing that I always dreamed of was owning my own home because of all the instability in our life. And that's one thing that I wanted for my sister, especially with her daughters have all, been unstable, and I knew that was going to be a big moment for them too once they finally had their own place, and that's why I helped her so much so she could have that. So that night when we had to pick her up out of that situation, she had just the clothes on her back. They came and stayed with me. They didn't leave until they were ready to buy their house. She's my best friend. She means everything to me. Everything.
We were living with my sister for about 5 years. I had to restart my life, so I had to find a job, rebuild my credit. My mom was the one who told me about Habitat, and I didn't really give too much into it. I first tried to get a pre-approval, and they shot me down. It was the credit counselor. She pretty much said, no, it's not gonna happen. And then she also mentioned Habitat for Humanity.
When I first met Lizzette, she came to our orientation in 2022. So with Habitat, you have to have the need, the ability to pay, and the willingness to partner. So when I went out to do Lizzette's need assessment, her sister had just bought a house and it was still under construction. They was making the best of it, but Lizzette was living, and her 3 daughters, they were living in a laundry room. Could you imagine living in a laundry room? Her sister helped her, and she needed that help because she would have been in a homeless shelter if it wasn't for her sister. And she strived so her family can own a home. So it took from 22 to 25 before she closed. We worked on the credit, we worked on her income, and I remember calling her on the phone, and she was like, "Hi, Cynthia." They get nervous, and she didn't want to be disappointed again. So I said, "Guess what, Lizzette?" And she says, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, you got approved."
Our mission is to provide diverse services that inspire people to improve the quality of their lives in their greatest time of need. They find themselves without resources to care for themselves and their children. Often their credit has been destroyed, or there's no savings to speak of. They haven't been able to work or continue a job. Habitat does a fantastic job educating on finances and managing a home. So for someone like Lizzette, it's a tremendous feeling to be able to write that check for the mortgage every month, knowing that you have earned that and maintained it, and it can be very empowering. There's nothing else like it, to see the strength of the human spirit, persevere, and make it out on the other side. Despite what was taken away from them or what happened to them, gives you a wonderful feeling of hope.
Throughout Will County, we know that we have a need for safe and affordable housing. We're very fortunate. We're one of the fastest growing counties throughout the state, and we're thrilled when families like Lizzette want to bring their roots here. We want to make sure that she has an affordable home where she can raise her kids, participate and live in this community, and make sure that she is here for a long time. Our local government has to work in partnership with our non-for-profits like Habitat for Humanity so we can make sure families have safe and affordable housing right here in Will County.
Today I was accepted, the weight was lifted, and I believe it wasn't not only for me, but for my family. I guess they were so worried about like how it was gonna end up, and everyone was so happy. Before we closed on the house, my youngest one had asked Santa for a house. Cynthia and Habitat let me come in the house and surprise the girls with the Christmas tree, and the girls asked me whose house this was, and I'm like, it's yours. And that's when they started crying. And we celebrated Thanksgiving here, and then we also celebrated Christmas here, and I believe all the other holidays from here on. It felt so amazing to have my whole family at our table in my new house, and how far I came along. Together and security means love, happiness, and a safe place to be my kids.